Hello there, good evening, welcome. This is Boale. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Last week we talked about discipline, what discipline is and how it helps. Today we'll be talking about perspective. What do we mean by perspective? Perspective, in a simple way of defining, means your position of view or the way you see things based on where you're standing or based on what you have gone through. Usually, perspective affects the way we make decisions, the way we see or interpret what happens around us. Exposure helps perspectives, maturity helps perspective. But how powerful is perspective itself? There is this story that I read about a man that used to drink a lot. He was a drunkard and he had two sons. And the two sons saw him as they grew up. And the two sons made decisions based on the lifestyle of their father. One grew up to be a successful businessman. The other one grew up to be a drunkard like his father. What happened? The same example, different outcomes. One saw his father as something that was hopeless and could not be helped. His father's drunken state was something that couldn't be helped, and so he got to a point where he was always like that, drinking, and he felt he couldn't be helped, and he turned out to be a drunkard. While the other one looked at his father's state as a state he never wanted to be in. And so he decided to go a different path. So he'll never be like his father, always drunk, always broke. So he decided to live a sober life and to be a successful business person. Two different perspectives from the same situation. It depends on what we want to say. It depends on what we have built in us. What forms our perspective? The things that form our perspectives are the things we allow into our subconscious. You see someone that is always smiling. One person will think, oh, this person is looking down on me. While another person will think, oh, this person genuinely likes me. The same situation, different perspectives. One of the things that decide what stays in the subconscious is who you have defined yourself to be. If you think you are a failure, everything around you will look like it's making fun of you. You see someone drive a very beautiful car past you and you're thinking, oh, I'm a failure, I can't get this. If you think you're a success, you see that same car pass you and you're thinking, oh, that's one of the cars I'm going to ride later in life, or maybe immediately. It depends on how you see yourself. You see yourself as good, you look at life through the glasses of you being good. You see yourself as faulty, you look at life through the glasses of you being faulty. And we know that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So the way you think determines the way you interpret things. And this basically stems from what you tell yourself. My question today, what do you tell yourself? Even if the results you've been getting tells you something, what you tell yourself is what matters. You've written exams, the same exam, over and over, and you failed. There are people that have written the same exam 8 straight times. They never gave up. They never stopped. Because they knew that somehow, somewhere, they are going to pass the same examinations. There are people who have gone for contests. I listened to the video of a young lady that said that at age 17, I think, 17 or 19, a woman saw her and told her, "Oh, you're beautiful, you can contest." And at first she doubted. And then the woman encouraged her and she contested and she lost. And the next year she contested and she lost. And the year after she contested and she lost. She contested about 6 times. And the woman who encouraged her passed on because she was sick. It's easy to give up and to say, "I said it. I knew I didn't have what it takes." But no, she had built in herself that belief that she can make it. She can be a winner. And the 7th time, I think, she contested and she won. Her encourager wasn't there to see the victory, but she had the satisfaction that she didn't give up. At the time she was talking, she was the one giving the valedictory speech at her graduation, which tells me she learned never to give up. What changed? What changed was what she was telling herself. Question is, what have you been telling yourself today? What have you been telling yourself? Are there things based on the results you have been seeing? If you tell yourself who you are based on results you have been seeing, it's like driving a car and staring into the rear view mirror. You can't go ahead driving and looking back, except you want to reverse. But if you want to go forward and you want to go far, you need to put your eyes forward. You make sure you're looking straight ahead. What are you looking at straight ahead of you? You're looking at the destination you desire to be at. You don't look back and hope to be at your desired destination. So, the question comes, what's your desired destination? You decide. Nobody can decide for you. The zeal to run towards your desired destination comes from the source of that desire. If it comes from someone else, then you will always need that person to drive you to be who you want to be. Yes, you can be inspired by people, but you need to go back in, sit down with yourself, and speak to yourself over and over and over until it sinks in. I learned recently that our mind is divided into two: the conscious part and the subconscious part. You have something in your mind that you want to do, it is there. It is running in your conscious mind. But you need, if you want it to run far, you need to move it from the conscious to the subconscious. What do I mean? You have said it so much. You would have believed it so much, and then it becomes a part of your thinking. It becomes a part of how you see yourself.